can edit this. I'll just so what was I going to say? This is good because it's going to be edited. It was perfect. That was some real good point I wanted to put across. Well.
Hello, I'm Hadyn. I've decided to make a documentary about whole extraterrestrial phenomenon, aliens, UFOs, all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to give a nice, broad, universal view on the phenomenon itself, and I've interviewed a lot of real people with their own real opinions and real ideas on the subject itself, to look at what people actually think, and rather than trying to prove or disprove the theory of extraterrestrial life, I'm just looking for people's real honest opinions. So I hope you enjoy this documentary. It's just going to give you a little kaleidoscope of people's opinions on the potential existence of extraterrestrial life and how, if extraterrestrials have visited the planet Earth, and the effect they may have had on us. As I said before, hope you enjoy it. It's really good to make. Enjoy.
I think it's naive to not think like there's stuff like outside of the galaxy. Like the odds of us being the only like planet to have like living creatures out of the whole like possibility of life is just, I think, just too few and far between. But I don't really know if they've ever, like, there's too much bogus about it. I don't know if they ever come here. You literally just don't know. It's maybe, yeah. But definitely believing it. Like there has to be something else out there, man. Like, yeah, without a doubt. Jesus.
My name is Michael, and I believe in extraterrestrials, the existence of their definite interaction between us and them. Why not? You can't argue either way, so you sort of have to make a leap of faith. There's definitely evidence for inexplicable things, enough for people to say that there's definitely cyclic cultures that have built themselves up and flattened. Why is these things happen? Is it like a planet that keeps coming back to us that destroys the world? Or is it that everyone elevated to a certain point and then found something we don't know about and exited the earth? Maybe the Incas vanished. The Egyptians, what happened to them? Even the Dark Ages. Lots of conspiracy theory. No one really knows until we work out our science. So, sci-fi, yeah, it's like a story, isn't it? It's like we generate this story in a way. We make our Star Trek doors and our mobile phones and our tasers, and we're making our future in a way as well. We're like trying, if there are aliens, we're saying come and find us, aren't we? We're like, we want that future to exist in one sense, and we're making it. So I suppose what I mean by that is, if aliens do make it to this planet, they definitely realistically have to have conquered some kind of science that we don't know. That's like, definitely, otherwise we would be exploring the universe beyond what we can. So I suppose more Scrumpy Jack, please. No, So the point being, how do we know if we've seen them or if we haven't? This kind of thing. It's we can only really visualize what we want to see, and if I was an alien, I wouldn't want you to see me, kind of thing. So that's one perspective. So there's an obsession, it seems to me, for us to divert lots and lots of money into exploration of ourselves, to understand life, to understand creation, to understand the whole universe. And why is it that so much astronomy is focused on finding the proof of life? Is there life out there, rather than I don't know, is there oil on the moon? No, we're more concerned about, is there water? Is there potential of life? Can we escape the planet to other planets? But yeah, perhaps it's a natural thing to be completely obsessed by the quest for extraterrestrial existence, life, because we want to meet our maker. We want to find out what our purpose is on this planet. And if the answer was obvious, well, then life would be boring. So I think that we may never find that answer out, and that the divides of space are just by default created, so that all of the, let's say, millions of extraterrestrial civilizations will never be able to cross over. And that's like the way that the whole universe is made. And probably realistically really is just science fiction, the idea of being able to fold space so that we can hyperdrive, time travel. You know, those are just inventions really to try and bridge those fundamental divides. Let's face it, there is always going to be something that's unknown, but what do I believe that we might be able to do in the future on those terms? Perhaps that's just another question, another story.
I do believe that there's something out there. I'm not quite sure what it is. I don't think it's great big green monsters. I think that's a bit stupid, but there's definitely something out there. I think something might have come to see us, but I don't know what. I don't know what to say really about it.
I'm not sure even I exist, so I'm not sure whether aliens exist. I'd like to think I do exist, and if I do, I'd like to think other people exist as well. I hope to continue this ongoing mission to seek out all the new life forms wherever I may be. I will find the answers, hopefully. I'm not sure. I'm kind of toying with the idea that perhaps I'm dreaming. Maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe I'm afraid to waking up. Maybe there's this kind of we're on a holodeck somewhere and we're being transported through space somehow. Maybe the Earth is a spaceship. Maybe the Earth is travelling through space with an atmosphere specially designed to keep us staying alive. That's all I have to say about it. But I'll get back to you if I have any more thoughts on that matter. Thank you. Have a nice day.
I don't think they visited the planet Earth, if I'm honest. Well, visited is a weird term because I don't know enough about Roswell or anything, but I think, you know, in reality, there's got to be something out there, hasn't there? But I think in terms of, are there people here, I don't know so much. I haven't seen anything that would convince me personally, but in terms of aliens out there in space or whatever. You know, like you look at Mars and they've got a feeling there's water. If there's a water source there must have been something. And I think so in general, in the universe, there's got to be something. There's got to be another water source out there. So there's got to be something. You know, that would be my general perspective on it. In terms of, as I say, things on Earth though, I don't know, I'd find it very hard to believe that there's some sort of covert idea of aliens being here. You know, there may have been something, but all in all, I'm not too sure myself. Is that alright?
I do feel like visit planet Earth. Just some things that happen wouldn't be caused by a normal human being. So that's my view basically. So there's not much else I can say about that.
That's fantastic.
So,
as a Christian, I believe in a spiritual universe that coexists and interacts with our own. So it depends on your definition of the word alien. But the other thing is God's a creative being, so he said he stopped creating with us.
I learned long ago never to listen.
I think it's impossible to like disprove any of this because we don't actually know, like humans don't know a lot of things, and any of these things could be possible just as they could be impossible.
I'd like to believe that we were not alone and there was extraterrestrial life, and I don't actually know if they would visit us, but I think they probably come once and think, what the hell. There you go.
I don't. If there was any extraterrestrial life, they'd have been here before now. So I don't believe in it at all. I think it's just imagination of the northern lights and aeroplanes and things in the sky that do the shock of the mind, of the eye, the lights. They'd have been here before now. So I don't think so. It's all in the mind, imaginary. And there's no proof. So that's it.
Right, yeah, I do believe in extraterrestrial life because I think that it's going to be, you know, it's an infinite universe. There's bound to be more than people like us wobbling about in it. And as to, I've got no evidence, obviously, of them visiting. I don't know why they would want to come here. We seem pretty primitive. But I suppose like they might have been everywhere and had a bit of a quick look around. It's bound to be brainier than us, because let's face it, if it wasn't brainier than us, it wouldn't be able to get here. Yeah, that's about it really. I don't have like deep thoughts about like meeting them. I don't know what I'd say to them. I suspect they wouldn't have anything to say to us. They're probably a completely different kind of life form. They might be here all around us already. We'd never noticed.
Do you think that the things that happened in the skies, like they said it was around, actually happened and were UFOs, like I forget the name of it?
No, I don't really go for any of the stuff that's kind of accepted as being, you know, kind of UFO sighting and stuff. I mean, I figure these, whoever these things are, they're incredibly sophisticated, and they would only ever get seen by us if they wanted us to see them. You know, I mean, I just don't think that, you know, I mean, we'd be looking in the wrong direction anyway, wouldn't we? I mean, what happens if they're pigeons? Do you know what I mean? I mean, like, we wouldn't know, would we? I mean, we accept, like, so many things as just being what we do understand, and we know if we were staring right at them, you know? But, you know, so, I don't doubt their existence. I mean, like, there's... Whether they come here or whether they decide to go somewhere else is like, you know, is up to them, but I don't doubt their existence. I mean, there's so much out there, I'm led to believe it's limitless. So, you know, I mean, the chances of them not being out there seem to me to be ridiculous. But that's it, really. I don't have, unless you've got more questions, I don't have more answer.
In a universe this big, I don't think that we can actually discount the fact that there would be aliens somewhere within the universe, but no, I don't believe that they visited Earth.
Of course, there's certain to be extraterrestrial life, but the idea that they visited here and built pyramids is utter cockade.
Okay.
No, I don't really think there's extraterrestrial life, but I do believe there could be something that we don't understand out there. It's not really based on religious views, but I do firmly believe that there are things that we can't understand at the moment. I mean, things like during my lifetime, people talked about a man on the moon, but I never believed or never thought that we would go to the moon. Now we have been to the moon, and they're looking at going to other places, so there could be things there that we don't really understand, and in perhaps 100 years' time we might know more about it. So I think that's all I want to say, really.
I learnt a long time ago not to wrestle with pigs.
Because you get muddy.
One, because you get muddy, and two, because they like it.
Doctor Who.
My opinions change a lot all the time, really, about aliens. I'm an alien, you know. I'm a peculiar person. You know, many people say Christians are aliens because they're the only people that are, you know, what would you say? This isn't their home, you know. Isn't their real home, you know. But how do I feel about aliens? Many people say that, you know, be careful how you treat strangers, because sometimes you might even be entertaining an angel. An angel, alien, well, there's some similarities there, perhaps. I don't know why I'm going American, maybe aliens taking over. No, I'm joking. I've heard a lot of people talk about aliens in the sense that it's actually not the whole. It's a whole deception in a way that they're. And I'm talking about an agenda about aliens. For example, there's a lot of talk about people being zoomed up into space and stuff, and aliens supposedly coming into their rooms and something going on sexually, even perhaps like their eggs or their sperm has been taken. So it's almost a thing of. I've heard a lot of people talking about how this is something that isn't even, it's demonic, for want of a better word. So if you believe in a god and a devil, that there are demons and stuff in the world, you can almost kind of see perhaps how this is possible as the walls of not just perception, I suppose, the walls of dimensions between this world and other worlds are thinned, or different things are happening as involving different things. For example, maybe the Bible, speaking about Bible prophecy and things that are going to happen towards the end of time, and how lots of I haven't been thinking about this for a while, so to be honest, it's a little mushy in my head. But basically, to cut a long story short, and look it up for yourself and don't take my word on it, but this whole alien agenda thing, which a lot of people are saying is actually not an alien thing, but it's a demonic thing, which can be accounted for biblically, and has evidence, you know, in actual real life terms, is something that different scientists and different people looking into it have actually found that only the name of Jesus will stop these abductions from happening straight away. But a lot of people don't want to put this on a paper or put it into journals or anything like that, or even come out with it, really just because of reputation. But yeah, it's a pretty phenomenal, cool thing to me that if anything crazy or worrying or scary is happening, and especially in regards to all the whole alien abductions strange thing, which doesn't sound fun. It would be nice if some little dudes did come down and, hey, let's have a party. But no, I'm just being daft. But suffice to say, it's pretty cool that the name of Jesus Christ, stops it all from happening. And I think that's pretty interesting, and also corroborates with the whole demonic alien agenda thing. So that's another little thought from that perspective.
No, but I love the film E.T.
Yes, I believe in aliens, and I've done since I was a little girl, when I wanted a little green man or a monkey as a friend. I think any of you are fools not to believe that there's more life out there than just us. In fact, I think you're very ignorant if you don't believe there are aliens. I can't think of nothing else to say. In fact, I have a little green man tattoo on my arm from my young wilder days, when I truly wanted a little green man, and I've always believed in aliens. The end.
I'm just doing a bit of... So, Keith, no, we've got Hadyn here. Just a quick question while we're having our chips. So do you believe in extraterrestrial life? And if so, do you think they might have... Do you think they visited here?
Well, Martin, I'm a firm believer in extraterrestrial life. I feel extraterrestrials have visited
as you were
throughout the course of human history, and basically had a massive influence and shifted the face of human history to their interactions with us, which could be through clandestine interactions, through the whole idea that they visited us, that inspired civilizations, may have even planned ancient civilizations that we know out through history, and also more recently I think they've had a direct interaction with technology and almost bringing on quantum leaps in technology since World War II. A lot of theorists would argue that that's through either recovered alien technology or through direct interactions with alien civilizations. Also, which is a very much standardised response with people, I feel that statistically, to rule out extraterrestrials not existing in the size of our universe and other universes and cosmos itself would be a statistical joke, because there is so many worlds out there that could support life. And to think that just the planet Earth is that one microscopic speck that does support life is a little bit ludicrous, really, when you think of the beyond enormity scale of the universe itself. So yeah, I also subscribe to the idea that perhaps they are kind of paradimensional entities. They're actually moving between dimensions, between time. I think there could also be different races of extraterrestrials out there as well. And I think it's humanity's basic part of our DNA to look out there, to find new things, to try and understand things. And we've always been looking to the stars since day one to wonder what's going up there, whether it's the gods, whether it's little green men, chariots of fire, who knows. So yeah, that's my feelings on that.
Well, thanks very much for that.
No problem.
Check in the post.